up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of B is for Build. In today's episode, we're working on the Raptor. We've got so many new parts in for the Raptor. I want to try and get as many on as possible. I've set myself a goal to try and get it on all four new wheels and tires, but on all fours today. It's going to be really hard, but I'm going to try my best. Let's get started. Stay tuned. Before we head out of here, before we get started, I want to take a second out to thank our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is one of the most ambitious RPG projects of 2019, and it has just been released, and it is going to change the playing field of mobile RPG games. Playing Raid is one of the most immersive experiences you're going to find on a smartphone. It can really only be compared by the bigger PC and console titles. And the best part is it's totally free. Raid has all the features you'd expect from a brand new RPG title, like an amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. And on top of that, the performance level is super high. It's got super smooth graphics. You really don't expect to get performance like this out of a mobile game. Look at how crazy the level of detail is on these champions. Raid is getting really big really fast, so you want to get in on the action early, and starting now is going to give you a huge head start. And there's also an upcoming launch tournament with some crazy prizes. So guys, use the link in the description below, and if you use my link, you'll get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program, courtesy of the dev team. And I'll see you there. All right, now getting started on work. Kyle and I are gonna jump in our respective rigs. I'm not calling it a car or a truck anymore. Everything's a rig now. Got it? All right, we're jumping in our rigs. We're gonna head down, grab our wheels, grab our tires, and find somebody to put them together for us. Let's go.
We have packed a dangerous amount of tires in here. That's the sound of this thing crushing a can next to me. If this thing goes over just a little bit more, we're gonna hear this sweet, sweet sound of reverse gear. And we got one on the roof too to worry about.
All right, wheels and tires are in the safe hands of the dudes at Double J. They're gonna smush them together and insert air. While we wait, these guys over here were boasting that they had 500 different types of beer. Let's go find out. They're not open. What kind of beer place doesn't open until noon? Good luck selling your fresh roasted coffee at noon. Decided to hit the nation's first non-profit bar. When in Portland. All right, that is a lot of Nitto rubber. We just upgraded the FJ to Nittos as well, so these are a different model though. These are the Trail Grappler, and I think we have the Ridge Grappler over here. Let's get these packed up. All right, we're back at the shop, and it's time to start trying to bend our lower control arm mounting tabs back a little bit. This is going to be a little bit tricky, but if we can actually bend them efficiently and kind of hammer them back into place, we'll be able to tell when they're right, because luckily everything just needs to be straight. So we can measure correctness with the straight edge, and hopefully we can get it. Also, the lower control arm is a pretty tight fit, so it won't fit unless those things are bent back. So we've added another jack over here for a little bit of safety. We're going to keep, well, jack stand, jack. It's not the safest thing in the world, guys. If you're following along at home, I would definitely advise a little bit more safety, but I'll be very careful while under there or I'll die. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Well, the small sledgehammer did a little bit of moving and stuff around, but not enough. So I have developed the frame mounting point bender 3000. This is just some some angle iron and some super thick gauge steel tubing. So we're gonna slip the bent piece of metal into here, and then we'll use this and a lot of torque to be able to bend it around and hopefully get it into place. This might not work, but I'll try. Gonna give it a try. Progress has been going slow but steady and good. The progress we've got done is good. We were trying to use our what do they even call this thing? Hydraulic equipment kit. great. We're using this hydraulic plunger thing that kind of opens and it just doesn't have enough power. The frame bender 3000 has been working really well. Sledgehammer not so much. And then we just ran to Harbor Freight and we got a couple more little bendy tools that I'm hoping are going to help. Really, it's just like I said, it's kinked out like this. We're just trying to bring it back into straight on all the sides. All right, guys, well, I hate to say it, but I am a bit defeated. Let's start on the front here. The front we could easily fix. I haven't even gone after fixing it yet, and you can see it's really not that bent. It's just, you know, a little bit. Sorry, every time I put my hand in the picture, it just gets really dark. Anyways, if I throw that frame straightener 3000 on there and go and that thing will straighten out. Now, I spent a lot of hours working on the back here, and you can see our issue, how it's got that little zigzag in the middle still going like this. That's because of the amount of stretch that happened in the metal, how much it expanded when it was hit. It got, you know, that part took the brunt of the damage. And so anyways, I tried to we went over to Ford to see if I could get that whole unit basically from the frame down, to see if I could buy a new one of those, and they don't sell it individually, so it's part of the frame. So we have two options, and we're gonna try one option, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna move on to the next. So the first option that we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out all the bent metal, and then we're gonna template out, see what we need to make straight metal, buy the right gauge metal, and then so basically from every time I point it gets dark, but from right there, that top part, it goes straight down, and on the inside of there, it goes straight down as well. So like I said, it's kind of easy because it all just needs to be straight. So basically cut out all the bent metal, and then we're gonna weld in straight pieces of metal with the correct holes so everything will line up correctly. There's still a lot of adjustment. You can see how much those holes are ovaled out. There's still a lot of adjustment to make sure that we get our alignment and everything right. But I think that that's the best way to do this. And I was gonna say there's a second option, which is take it to a frame shop, but this is going to be very hard to move to a frame shop in the state that it's in. So if we for some reason can't do that, we're going to take it to a frame shop. But that being what it is, I definitely think it's something I could handle, but I'd rather leave it to a professional. So Oscar, who is a professional welder fabricator, we're gonna FaceTime in a couple minutes and double check that that's something that he can handle, and I'm confident that he can handle that, and I think that that is gonna be our next move for the lower control arm mounting point, is to weld in new straight steel. Last second update on the lower control arm mount. I did talk to Oscar on FaceTime. He says that he can totally bust that thing out, so he's gonna jump on that this weekend and get that all welded up for us, which is awesome. So I did get a bunch of new parts, and I kind of want to show you guys kind of what we've collected. So here is our new fender, and well, you can see it's like lightly scratched up, but I got a great price for this. This was like 300 bucks for both of these fender, and then the fender lip or whatever you want to call it. So that is all good. They call it molding at Ford. It's not really molding. Anyways, our new lower control arm, that's straight from factory. We just bought that, and then here is our knuckle with our new hub involved. And then I learned more about this thing, which is actually the locker unlocker thing. Well, is it supposed to be like that? This one might be broken, or that might be how it is. I'm not really sure. But that locks and unlocks a four-wheel drive, thanks to some commenters that let me know that. So that's that stuff. Now these are what was really cool that we were doing earlier today. We were kind of busy. So we got some Nitto trail grapplers in a 35 by 12.5 R17. So these are going to look really, really good on the Raptor. I like kind of the smaller wheel rather than the 20s that some people run. And then these are Mamba M19s, and we've got 5 of these, so we got a full-size spare, and they're in bronze, and I think they're gonna just look really, really cool with the bronze on the blue, and you guys voted in the last episode to go with blue, so we're gonna haul one of these out real quick, and I wanna show you what it looks like against the truck. I gotta tell you, I love being the cameraman these days, because Kyle's just doing all the hard work. So that's it, kind of covering up our old wheel and tire, and I really do think that that's a great color combo. So if we stay the Ford factory blue and we run that bronze, that's gonna look really, really nice. I just need to get some black lug nuts for those. Which brings us to another discussion that we've been having around the shop. This is a fender that, you guys remember when I told you I accidentally ordered a fender off of a 2017? So here's what a 2017 Raptor looks like. It's got a bit of a different headlight hole, as you can see, and it's got kind of an upgraded face look for the truck. I had somebody email me a couple days ago and he said, man, I'm parting out a 2018 and I have the whole front end left. Do you want anything? And I was thinking, should we facelift the Raptor. So to do a facelift like this on a newer generation, a truck is an easier thing to do than a car for the most part. And a Raptor is going to be a lot easier too, because you kind of have this wide body look, so you have bigger body lines and things like that to work with, especially because we have an aftermarket front bumper. So what that entails is making new mounting points for a lot of things. Most of the mounting points, like these are the fender mounting points, most of those probably aren't going to work anymore. You're going to have to fabricate those. You're going to have to make sure you get your hood on first and that working, and then everything else. But you can see that the front is only really made up of fender, hood that is attached to the grille, lower bumper, headlight, and another fender. So, well, because we have our aftermarket front bumper. So it's not really that much to ask for. So I wanted to take a look at this. We really haven't test fit this up that much. We're gonna go ahead and start playing around putting this 2017 near our 2014 just to see if it's like way off, if it's close, if it looks like it'll cover. What we're really looking to make sure is that it'll line up nicely with the door and that this would cover our entire front of our truck. So the door line, how it matches up with the door, looks pretty good. And the only thing that I'd be kind of worried about is you can see that this support kind of coming through here. Looks like it's getting mighty close to here, but I don't know what this headlight shape really looks like when it comes to the newer one. I mean, it's a totally different headlight shape when it comes to the new one. So keep in mind, you know, it'd be a different hood, different grille, and different lower front bumper when we did this as well. But overall, I mean, I think it's pretty close. I think we could probably pull it off. Worst case scenario is we'd probably have to scoot it out a little bit more, which would mean this is a fiberglass piece, so we'd need to do an extension on the fiberglass over here. Interesting how the blue colors look just a touch different. That's gonna be fun paint matching that. So yeah, you guys, that's a big question that I've had. Should we facelift this thing? I think I can order all the new parts, have them in here before too long, and make our Raptor just like a little bit more unique. Here is a Photoshop rendering that I've did of kind of how it would look. Crazy how it just looks like a blue new Raptor, because that's what the front end would look like. But yeah, we've already got all the other parts if we don't want to facelift it, but you guys just let me know what you think. It might be a fun way to kind of make our Raptor just be a little bit more unique than the other ones. Alright guys, so let me know in those comments below if you guys think a facelift is a good idea. I'm really leaning towards yes. I think it would be a really fun challenge, and I really like the idea of finding a way to kind of set our build aside. I don't want to set the build aside. Why don't I English? Set our build apart from some of the other Raptors that are out there. You know, sometimes these episodes get crazy reach, and some people from like the company's development teams and stuff see these. So if there's anybody out there that worked on the engineering of Ford or is just super familiar with Ford and could let me know, because I figure there's a decent chance, the possibility that the front end framing and the body composition and stuff like that maybe uses the same base vehicle frame and front structure. If that's the case, then that would be really cool to know, because then I know I could for sure do it. So let me know if the metal underneath actually happens to be the same, if anybody possibly could. It's worth asking, right? You never know. Alright guys, on a side note, let me apologize for not getting that thing busted out and not reaching our goal today. Normally I would just push the episode out, but I got some really bad news and I got some family stuff to go deal with. So normally I would just, you know, kind of, we'd keep rolling until we reached our goal, right? But I got to go take care of some stuff. So thank you guys thanks for joining. And the one thing that I've learned, one of the things that I've learned from working at BS for Build for so long is A, family first, but B, when you run into situations like this, it's a little bit better to take your time and just try and do them to the best of your ability and take your time on doing them rather than maybe rushing it. I could have probably janked that thing back together and then welded in supports. It probably would have worked out all right, but that's not really the right way to do it. So Oscar and I are talking. He's designing a whole new weld-in pocket that he's going to slip in there and weld in. It's going to be awesome. So that's it. Like I said though, sorry, I really want to see that thing on 4 wheels, and we will do that in the next one. So that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the hell out of all you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see this build get finished. Facelift, Lamborghini, next build, all that great stuff coming at you very soon. Thanks. I'll see you later. Peace. Come on.